What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Narik channel. I'm your boy Narik, and in this video we're going to be reviewing Rika Outcast. Now, Rika Outcast is a 2017 military science fiction novel written by M.D. Cooper and serves as the first installment of the Rika's Marauders book series. The story follows a young woman named Rika who gets enlisted into the military only to be turned into a cyborg killing machine for the Genevian military in a war between factions. Years later, she ends up gaining her freedom only to be caught up in another conflict after joining a mysterious group of freedom fighters known as the Marauders. After this, I was really intrigued with this. I thought it was a really good, really deep, and really interesting read. But before I get into the review, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and the notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And also, if you want to help support the channel, there's a link in the description box below. Let's get down to business. This was actually a really good read. I thought that the story itself was pretty interesting. The story mainly follows a character named Rika, who is this cyborg dealing with life after the war. She's got problems, she's working a deadbeat job, scraping by to make ends meet. She's just really down on her luck. And then you feel sorry for her from the jump. Just the way the story introduces how she ends up getting brought up into this conflict is just, you just feel sorry for her. Her origin story feels like a mix between RoboCop and Halo. But the story is actually pretty cool. There's a lot of political intrigue, there's military. The story actually has a pretty good amount of action sequences in it, but it doesn't take away from those small moments between characters, allowing for character depth, allowing for growth of relationships, allowing for character insight. I really did enjoy those moments. I didn't really feel like it was dragging along. I actually appreciated the way the setup in the world was just going on, and I felt like things were going on outside of the main character's influence. So even though there are some things that she does that influences the story, she's really being caught up in this just grand scale, which is initially what happens again in the beginning of the book. The characters I thought were actually pretty decent. Rika is a really likable character. Like I said, when the book jumps off and she gets caught up in all of this mess, you feel sorry for her, and it doesn't really get better. I do like the fact that despite all of this, she does become a badass. There's a jump between her being caught up in it to when she's out of it, and I really appreciate it. I feel like that could have been explored in the book, and I'm not sure if they actually have a book detailing what her time in the military was, but I'll be really interested to read it. Even though it does affect her, and she is pretty optimistic. She is a likable character. She's smart, she's funny, she's interesting, she has a lot of great insight. Even when all of this stuff goes down around her and she gets caught up in all of this, she's pretty optimistic. You end up rooting for her character. But she's not alone. There's a bunch of other characters in the story that are interesting characters. I like Chase. He's actually a pretty cool character. I thought he was a bit one note, but then as he started taking action and how he ends up showing his support for Rika and a bit more about who he is as a person, I actually started rooting for his character as well. Even the Marauders are actually pretty interesting characters as well. And I like that the bond that they form throughout the events of the book. I don't know much about who M.D. Cooper is, but I can say I'm pretty interested. I've seen that this actually is a part of something bigger, and I'm interested in that as well. And since I did listen to the audiobook, I have to give credit to Alison Stinnett. I probably butchered that last name, for such a good performance. I thought she had a good amount of diversity when it came to the different characters. I thought she did a good job of emphasizing different emotions, being very distinct with the characters. Even the narration of the story was very consistent. It came with a good pace. I really did enjoy her performance, and she actually helped to make more of the action sequences feel more impactful, more of the conversations feel more meaningful. And I just goes to show you, if a person writes good dialogue and a person can deliver good dialogue, then you have a really good dialogue. This book is not for the faint of heart. People die. There's gore, there's explosions, there's bullets flying, people are just getting shot. It's just crazy. It doesn't walk away from the dark side of war violence and fighting, and I like that because again it shows stakes. There are good characters that do die. I feel for those characters. I didn't really have too many issues with the book. I thought it went at a pretty good pace. I actually liked the characters. I thought it was an interesting story. Having said that, I definitely say Rika Outcast deserves 4 out of 5. This is definitely a really good starting point for me. I really enjoyed this book, and I'm looking forward to see more of where the story goes, more about Rika's development, more about the Marauders. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, have you read Rika Outcast? What did you think about it? What were your favorite moments? And are you interested in continuing on with the series? Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on in this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later.